In just a few hours, the defense team representing Alex Murdaugh will be offering details about plans to appeal the disgraced former attorney's murder conviction and ask for a brand new trial. Right now, Murdaugh is serving life without parole for killing his wife, Maggie, and their 22-year-old son, Paul. But his attorneys say new evidence uncovered after his conviction proves he needs a new murder trial. Let's bring in trial attorney Heather Hansen live. Heather, thanks for being with us this morning. Alex Murdaugh's attorney says they have discovered, quote, discovered evidence, but they're not offering up any other details at this hour. So what kind of evidence would warrant a new trial?
I mean, Marky, I think it's unlikely that there's any true, credible new evidence. What I think probably happened here is that the attorneys have interviewed some of the jurors, and they're going to make the claim that the jurors were biased and say that something that one of those jurors said will support that argument in a way that it wasn't supported when they made the same argument at the beginning of the trial.
And when you say that it's unlikely that they'll bring forth any true, credible new evidence, I mean, these are high-profile attorneys, you know, representing the man in one of the most infamous cases that America has watched play out in a long time. Why would you bring forth evidence? Are they thinking it's true and credible evidence, or how does that work?
I think there's two things happening here. I can't help but see this case through the lens of my psychology degree. And I think Murdaugh likes attention, and his attorneys also seem to like attention. And so they're bringing a lot of attention by saying we have this new evidence. I think in truth, there is something new in that they spoke to jurors. We know that they've been interviewing jurors. There's got to be something new from those conversations, of course. But whether that is something that is enough to overcome a conviction is very unlikely. I don't think that they're going to come with some new fingerprints or a new suspect this afternoon, though, you know, I've been surprised before, but that would be unlikely. I think here the argument is going to be that the jury was biased, that it should have been brought to another jurisdiction, and that therefore the case should be retried. That issue was already discussed and argued at the beginning of the trial, so it's unlikely, unless some juror said something really off the wall, that anything is going to come of this motion.
Okay, and I know that Murdaugh's awaiting trial for more than just, you know, we're talking about hundreds of other criminal charges, including insurance fraud. I know later on this month he's expected to plead guilty to taking $8 million from clients just to avoid trial. What's happening today? Is the defense team wasting their time trying to get a new trial, or is that what any attorneys would do for a high-paying, well-known client?
It's what any attorneys would do. I mean, most cases we do see go to appeal. It's a little bit interesting because, as you mentioned, Marky, on September 21st, Murdaugh is expected to plead guilty to federal charges of fraud, which, if he was convicted, he would face over 400 years in prison. So it's seems a little bit like spinning the wheels, because even if he were to somehow, very unlikely, get this conviction overturned, he would still face prison for the others. But these attorneys are doing their job. If your client wants you to appeal and you feel as though in good faith you can make an appeal argument, and here this juror bias may be a good faith argument, then you as an attorney have the right and the duty to do so if it's within what you think that you can present as an officer of the court. So this is not unexpected. Most cases do proceed in this manner.
Okay, well, we'll just have to wait and see what today's press conference holds. Heather Hansen, thanks so much for your input and your perspective this morning.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.